Hello and welcome back to the FC's Football Channel and today's Premier League preview for Game Week 22. Now last week saw Manchester United take on Arsenal at the Emirates, where of course the game finished 0-0. However, Manchester United will feel like they should have won the game, which we should have, due to the fact Edinson Cavani missed two absolute sitters. I couldn't believe he missed them. I honestly couldn't. But if you do want to go check out that watch along, the link will be on my channel, so go check that out. Anyway, let's get into this week's fixtures. Sheffield United versus West Brom. Now, I think it's going to be a bit of a boring one. Both teams struggling. Both teams 18th and 19th, of course. Look, it's going to be a game with very little goals. I feel like a goal either side will take it. And I think there will be a goal. I think West Brom, they're not resurging so far, but I think they're getting better. Defensively, they're going to have to get better if they're going to stay up. Fat Sam will know that, and he will be trying to get that into his boys. It's not really working for him right now, but I think it will in the end. Sheffield United, look, they beat Manchester United. They only lost 1-0 to Manchester City, but I think West Brom will take this one. I think Sheffield United will come out a bit more, and West Brom will kill them. I'm going for a 1-0 West Brom win. Wolves versus Arsenal. Now, I think this is a very interesting one. Arsenal currently sit in 10th, while Wolves are in 14th. Wolves have really struggled since Raul Jimenez's injury, while Arsenal look very good at the moment. They beat Southampton, of course, 0-0 against Manchester United. I think they're gonna get back to winning ways. I think they're gonna win it today, to be honest. I think Aubameyang might be back. I think he's touch and go really. I think he's self-isolating, but I'm not 100% sure if he can play or not. But I think Bukayo Saka should be back. Tierney will almost definitely be back. We're gonna see a fairly full strength Arsenal side. Martin Odegaard, of course, would have got more minutes in training, so he'll be closer to starting. So look, I think Arsenal will win this game. I think Wolves just don't have enough. Winning Jose might be a difference maker, but we haven't really seen him yet, so we don't really know how big he'll be for him. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Manchester United versus Southampton, obviously, my boys. Now, of course, I will be doing a match preview for this game, so if you do want to check that out, please do subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you do not miss that match preview. And, of course, the watch along that I will do for that game as well. Anyway, what do I think of this game? I think Manchester United need a win. I think Southampton, they just lost to Aston Villa. They're there to be beaten sort of thing. And I think Manchester United will just about beat them. We beat them in the reverse fixture 3-2. I think we'll do it again today. I'm going for a 1-0 Manchester United win. Newcastle United versus Crystal Palace. Now this is going to be a fairly interesting one. I don't think Crystal Palace are amazing going forward. And obviously Newcastle, they're not good going either way really. But Newcastle did just beat Everton 2-0 thanks to a Callum Wilson brace. And I think Newcastle, look, they'll go into this game believing they can win it. I think they'll try and sit back, sit deep and defend and try and hit Crystal Palace on the attack. And I think that's kind of the way Crystal Palace would like to play as well. I think Crystal Palace will be kind of forced to try and play on the front foot a bit more. I feel like this could be a lot of attack versus defence. It's going to be a fairly boring one, really. I think both teams will score. I think it will be a nice, boring 1-1 draw. Burnley versus Manchester City. Now, does anyone actually believe Burnley can take anything in this game? I don't. Manchester City don't look like losing. Don't even look like conceding at the moment. And no offence to Burnley, they're sat in 16th place in the league. They're not been amazing recently. Look, we're going to see the same Burnley we usually do. Hard to beat. They're going to defend well, put their bodies on the line. But Manchester City just tear any team apart at the moment. And it's not even, if they don't smash you, they're going to beat you 1-0. Because at the moment, they definitely get a goal against you. And they don't concede. They're not conceding, are they? So I think it's going to be a convincing victory for Manchester City. And I'm going to go for a 3-0. Fulham versus Leicester City. Now, Fulham, of course, drew 2-2 to West Brom, while Leicester lost 3-1 to Leeds. Now, I'm expecting Leeds to fall at the opposition that is Leicester City. However, look, Leeds played well in that game. Leicester, not so much. Leicester was out without a few key players. Jamie Vardy weren't there, and Didi, I believe, also wasn't playing. I think their key players for Leicester I think they're going to bounce back against this Fulham team. I don't think this Fulham team is amazing. I think, again, they're well organised. They try and make themselves hard to beat. I think Areola is a fantastic goalkeeper. I remember against in the Manchester United versus Fulham game, he made that incredible save from a Cavani header. And look, Fulham, they're not a bad side, but I think this Leicester City team, look, they have aspirations to be in a title race, to get Champions League football this year. They're currently sat in 4th, and they need to be winning this type of game if they do want to stay within that top 4 and keep teams like Chelsea, Everton, Tottenham, even currently West Ham below them. And I think they will do that. I'm going for a 2-0 Leicester City win. Leeds United versus Everton. Now, like I've mentioned, Leeds won their last game against Leicester 3-1, while Everton lost 2-0 to Newcastle. That's not a good look for Everton. Newcastle are a team that you should be beating, really. Especially, like I said, if you want to be going for that top 4 spots. I think Everton going into this season would have been pushing for top 6. But I think they've had a fantastic season. And look, the teams at the top haven't been as good as they have recently. And look, they've played 19 games. They have 2 games in hand on a lot of teams above them. They win both of them games, they can go into 5th. That's a good position for them. I believe they can go into 4th, with the right amount, with the right goal difference. So look, they're right in it, really. You have to say for Everton, and they have to win this game if they want to be challenging for them top 6 spots. Leeds, look, they're currently sat in 12th, mid-table. I think they'll be happy with that in their first year back. I think Marcelo Bielsa gets a lot of praise for what he's doing with this Leeds side, and sometimes deservingly so. Leeds fans love him. A mid-table finish will be good for Leeds, and then next season they can try and kick on and try and become like an Everton. I think Everton will win this game. I'm going for a 2-1 Everton win. Aston Villa versus West Ham. I think this is going to be a fairly interesting game. I think West Ham and Villa have both been very big surprises. Obviously, West Ham finding themselves in 5th, Villa in 9th. They're 2 very different teams. I think Villa likes to go attack teams, while West Ham's season is built on a very good defence and a hard-working team that will put everything on their line, give 110%, and look, Thomas Soucek this season been incredible for getting goals. I think goals come from everywhere in this side. And they defend well. I think Fabianski is a very good goalkeeper. There's no surprise that they win a lot of games 1-0. So I think this is going to be a fairly even one. I think Villa's attack is very, very dangerous. Jack Grealish is obviously a class player. A cut above the rest in that Villa squad. And I think I rate a lot of them Villa players. But I just don't see either side really having the edge in this game. So I'm just going to go for a 1-1 draw. Liverpool versus Brighton. Liverpool are in fantastic form right now. Of course, Brighton did beat Tottenham. That is mental. But can Brighton really cause this Liverpool team much more struggles? Obviously, they got a point against them last time the 2 teams met. That was at the Amex. Anfield is a different kettle of fish, really, isn't it? I know Burnley went there and won. Brighton's not going to do the same, are they? So I'm going to go for a Liverpool win. I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win. And the final game of the week is Tottenham versus Chelsea. Obviously a London derby. Jose Mourinho going back to his old stomping ground. And the club that really made Jose Mourinho. While Thomas Tuchel is set to take charge of his 3rd game as Chelsea manager. Of course, they won their last game, Chelsea 2-0. Thanks to Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso goals, the 2 Spaniards. While, like I said, Chelsea lost to Brighton. Chelsea will be excited going into this game, having just beat Burnley. And look, I think Chelsea fans love Thomas Tuchel right now. And look, his style is already there to see. Nice possession, dominant football. He's implemented this 5 at the back system with Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right and Alonso on the left against Burnley. Chilwell we saw against Wolves. I think it's a very interesting Chelsea side. And I think it'll be interesting to see whether Spurs can beat him. I think Mourinho, he got it wrong against Brighton. I think he's missing Harry Kane. And that's already there to see. I think he relied on Harry Kane a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how well he can do without him. But, I think these are the type of game Mourinho's teams come out and thrive, really. Big game. Derby. Going back to his old stomping ground. He will love this sort of game. And I think he will win it. So I'm going for a 2-1 Tottenham win. And this week's players to watch. Surprisingly, I'm going to go for Roberto Firmino. I don't know. I fancy him getting a few goals against this Brighton side. I think he's gonna have a good game. There's just something about Firmino for this week. He's got my attention. He's going to be my player to watch. If I get this right, that would be a madness, wouldn't it? That would be an absolute madness. But look, that's going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. And please do tune in for the match preview and the match watch along for the Manchester United versus Southampton game. Anyway, this has been it. It's been your boy, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.